Hey everyone, it's Bubs, and today I'm going to be doing my first impressions review of Cold War Zombies. Now, the game has been out for only a little over a day, unless you live in New Zealand where they've had it for almost two, but we're not going to worry about those guys because that place isn't even real, so I don't know how they got the game early. These thoughts are fresh and new, they could very much change, and most likely will change when I do my full review of the game later this month. Every game is going to be fun and exciting as soon as it is released, but the real factor is how well the game is supported and if you are still playing it within a month of release. This has got to be some of the biggest changes added to zombies in a new game. This is awesome, and I'm so excited to share some of this stuff with you in case you haven't played the game yet or you just haven't watched anything and you happen to watch my video. Now granted, a normal developer would have added all these features in after their second time with the game, but Call of Duty is a little special and it takes them years to do it. However, better later than never, right? So to start, we now have the ability to upgrade things in and outside the game. In the main menu, you get the option to upgrade perks up to 3 tiers. Each weapon class can be upgraded to give you extra benefits. There are weapon mod attachments that can be upgraded, and your abilities, which I will get into later. All of these upgrades can be purchased with Ethereum crystals. These are basically like your skill points in like an RPG game, right? They are earned every 5 rounds, you get 1, or if you do an exfil, you'll get 2. Now, I'm not exactly sure if there are more ways to earn them. This is just what I've gathered while playing. Now, inside the game, Treyarch has decided to give weapon rarities. It is the basic uncommon, common, rare, legendary, and epic scale that everyone's seen before in basically in every RPG game. So you're able to choose your loadout gun. So instead of just starting with the regular pistol, you can start with any gun you want, and that gun is uncommon, the lowest rarity. And early rounds, most guns will be uncommon or common, maybe even rare. As the rounds progress, your chance of getting more prestigious guns increase. It also should be mentioned that each tier, your damage is increased by 50%. Now let's say on round 7 you get the AK-74U and that is just your favorite gun. Well, don't worry. It can be upgraded to a higher tier at the armor station, which I should probably explain before I bring it up, but no big deal. You use salvage that you collect throughout the game. You can also upgrade your guns up to 3 times and add weapon mods to them. It starts out at 5k, then goes to 15,000, and finally 30,000. And the final upgrade does so much damage. Like, I've seen the combat knife go up to 64,000, and the ray gun is just the most overpowered thing I've ever seen. If you get the ray gun, it literally becomes easy mode up to like round 100. I mean, look at this thing. You see the gameplay I have up on screen? Look how much damage I'm doing. I'm not even trying. I'm someone who loves to rank up and just keep progressing in a game, so these changes make me really happy that I get to progress towards something. I don't know how long it's going to take for everyone to unlock all of the upgrades with the Ethereum crystals, but it should take us, a normal person with a normal job, and, you know, maybe they do other things besides playing games, should take them a couple months. The people who just play games all day, or the YouTubers that get paid to do this and that's all they do, they probably already have it all maxed out, but that's those guys. I want to talk next about what I think are the biggest changes to the mode. There are so many that I would be here all day listing them, so I'm just going to list the big ones and explain them. With the end of the Aether story, our beloved characters are gone, and instead we just have multiplayer characters for zombies, your operator they call it. Now personally, I don't mind this too much, but that's something you have to decide if it's a big deal or not for you. The entire mode is much more streamlined than before. I think this change was done to make zombies feel a bit more connected to multiplayer in Warzone to try to bring those players in. Things like turning on power, building a pack-a-punch, and Easter egg steps have been made much easier, which is great for all the players who don't do hours and hours of research into just playing a map and just want to load in, play some zombies, pack a punch their gun, buy perks, and survive as long as they can. The amount of times I would play zombies with one of my friends who doesn't really play the game mode too much, and I'm just like, look man, take the zombie, run it around in circles for like 5 minutes, and let me go do all the stuff that I know you don't want to do. Too many times. That's how, too many. Now that's not the case. Anyone can just load in, turn on power, turn on pack-a-punch, and any of the other Easter egg steps are pretty straightforward, and you honestly could do it without the other person realizing, which I think is great. Another awesome feature is just really short. The host can pause the game for everyone. Now, of course, this can be abused if you're playing with someone who just is a jerk, or, you know, I don't know, it can be really annoying. But you know how many times you've played zombies and you're like, guys, my mom's calling me. Can we keep a zombie? Well, now it's, hey guys, my mom's calling me. Can we pause the game? Like, dude, that's huge. That's why Why did it take him this long to add that? I don't know. Zombies is supposed to be the mode where you go and chill out because everyone on multiplayer is cracked out on G Fuel and Adderall, but just they wait until I take pre-workout to play Call of Duty, then I'm gonna be cracked out. Also, the zombie shield has been removed and instead replaced by armor. I think this is another good change too, as seeing how building the shield became just so repetitive, and I almost felt that having parts on the map set for a shield each and every single map was kind of a big waste. There could have been something else you may have built that was new and exciting instead of just another shield. This armor system is also much more streamlined. I'm sure by now you noticed the HUD, and I'm not going to ignore it either. It's different, it's jarring, it's in your face, and to be honest, I like it. I really do. The medals and points showing up can be a bit too much, but the addition of the map and health bars once again make the game mode more streamlined and similar to Borderlands or roguelikes, which I've been comparing this game to the entire time. I love seeing the damage numbers show up and just how much health these damn Megatrons have. These are the boss zombies that split into two upon death. Real scary. Yeah, I'm gonna put a gameplay of up one of them right there. You should be seeing them. So in Cold War, there's no perk limit, and we've known about this for quite some time, but actually playing the game, we get to experiment and see what it's like. So to start, perks are 2,500 points, the first perk you buy, but then as you beat your second perk, it's gonna be 3,000, and then the third perk, 3,500. Fourth perk, 4,000. So each perk, it adds 500 points. All the perks here aren't extremely overpowered. They're just pretty good, but not to say that you can get away without buying them. You're gonna need your jug. Quick revive's actually really good because it regens health faster and also helps out with armor durability. Stamina up is great. The upgrades on all the perks do so much, and they're once you get all six, you feel like Superman. It's a lot of fun. Last thing I want to talk about is the armor and crafting station. Armor, lethals, tacticals, and streaks are all built with salvage. There are two types of salvage, and each is used for separate items. The low tier salvage is used for lethals, tacticals, repairing armor, and increasing your weapon tier. The higher tier salvage is used for upgrading armor and building streaks. This change is nice because it gives the player the choice of upgrading armor or building streaks, and you aren't just flooded with salvage early round. It's handed out sparingly, so you have to make the decision of, do I want a cool sentry turret or do I want to upgrade armor? It's giving the player a choice and having you make tough decisions. This section is going to be a little shorter because what needs to be said here is simple. Every change added to zombies this year is awesome. I don't think I covered everything, but this year there's so much replayability and depth in and outside the game, so much progression and cool things to look towards throughout the year. However, the only problem with this game is there's just an extreme lack of content. You know, this game was rushed and it was made working from home, so we know it's very rough around the edges. Things aren't as polished as it normally was. I mean, multiplayer only has 8 maps. That's pathetic. Yes, we know there'll be more later, but how much later are we going to have to wait to get more maps? Even in zombies, and I know BO4 was awful, but it had 3 launch maps. One of those 9 being an incredible map, and the other 2 okay or really bad. So I thought the other 2 were okay, but you might think they were horrible. Cold War has Die Maschine, which it's a good map, but it's a remake in a sense because it's just knocked, but there's like other stuff and a cool lab area down below. But I want a new map, not knocked. Or I don't want to. The next map better not be a remake, or we're gonna have Pitchfork. Cold War does have the potential to be an amazing game if they can just. So I know there's so many teams working on the game. If they can just get those other teams to pump out the content throughout the year, I mean, like a couple months, good. We need more content. Get those maps up. Get the zombies maps up. Add more guns, and this would be literally the best. Zombies this time is awesome, and we're gonna see a flood of new players. I didn't even mention that all DLC is free. All DLC is coming out at the same time, and all players can play with each other. Never before has this been a thing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Pretty abrupt ending, but I want to get back to playing the game. So you all have a good one and enjoy your day.